Do Asian women actually like foreign men? We're talking about people who actually live here, especially in Southeast Asia. Because let's face it, if you're a guy, young or old, you're traveling to countries like Thailand, Philippines, or here in Vietnam, you're looking to try out the dating scene. Whether it's short term, you're looking for a woman to go to dinner with, for her to show you around and learn more about the culture and the custom here, or perhaps you're looking for a long-term relationship with a woman, start a family, have kids, and move away from the West. Because in your mind, everything down there is crumbling and you want to find a new home, and Southeast Asia just seems to have it all. Good weather, great food, and all around nice people. However, let's dive deeper into the question, do Asian women actually fall in love with you for real, or is there another motive that you don't know about? Let's face it, Asian people are very family oriented. Not long ago, there's actually arranged marriage in Southeast Asia. That means the parents go and find the husband for the woman. And usually they look at the background, how they're raised, and perhaps their current career and what their earning potential will be. They'll also look at the wealth of the other family. So sometimes they actually marry their daughter to their friends. So their friends have a son, and then they have a daughter, and they just have arranged marriage kind of thing. So when they grow up, they just get married. Now with TikTok, YouTube, and Google coming to Southeast Asia, people are becoming more open-minded, liberated, and the girls actually get to choose their mate. However, instinctively, they're still very traditional people who respect their parents, and they are very close to their family, generally speaking. The next question would be, why would a woman bring home a guy that does not know how to speak her language, know nothing about their culture and tradition? Because the family usually want to speak to the guy to understand more about him before allowing their daughter to date him. So this woman usually is moving away from the norm. She is not very traditional in that sense. So for her to reach that stage means that she has to go through some phases, usually very traumatic. Perhaps she went to school here, started work, and dated some local guys. And something didn't work out. They had a disagreement, the guy cheated, or he was too physical. And therefore, she leaves with some trauma or perhaps some baggage. Now she brings that into the new relationship, which is, congratulations, it's you. With this mindset, she now starts a new phase of exploring. Perhaps she see, those very romantic movie on Disney or some type of Hollywood movie, and she dreams about finding that Prince Charming. And that is not the local Vietnamese men. And now she's in a new phase of discovering men from the West, because she hear her friends say, guys from the West are very tame. They grow up knowing how to treat and respect a woman, and therefore now they're in a phase of dating non-local men. And you just happen to be that non-local guy. Then she discards you and on to the next, because it's just a phase for her. It's nothing special about you, she just wants to date a foreign guy. The next question you need to ask yourself is, if she knows how to speak English, whether it is a little bit or quite well for a local person, you need to put a question mark on that. Did she learn it in school? Did she read a lot of foreign books and watch a lot of Hollywood movies? Or did she live abroad in Australia, UK, or US at some point? Or is it that she dated a lot of foreign guys who came to her city, lived there for a while, and then moved on? So the fact that she can speak a lot of English, and if it points to the fact that she's been dating a lot of foreign guys who came here for a little bit for a vacation and go, her heart has been going through a lot of emotional trauma and romantic relationship coming in and out. And therefore, if you're looking for a very traditional girl, perhaps with limited sexual experience, this may not be the best fit for you. Because a woman that's been dating around a lot, it's very hard for her to pair bond. And you can say the same for a man as well. So if you're a guy coming here for a week or two, looking to have fun and some new experiences, then perhaps you're not worried about this. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship to have a girl as your wife, you may want to consider, how did she derive at understanding a lot of funny jokes, phrases, and basically the language itself that only a person who lives abroad can understand. The next thing you need to question about is regarding money. Because when you don't know the motive of somebody, you just have to trace it down to the money. Especially in a country where money is hard to come by and people are living in poverty, they see money as being very important, above everything else actually. So when you go out on a date, who's paying for the food, the drinks, If you're shopping, does she ask you to buy something? Does she nag you about, gifts when the holidays come around, or her birthday perhaps? And sometimes you don't even know what their real birthday is. They'll just make it up that, their birthday is coming soon, and that will maybe plant a seed in your head that you should buy her a gift. Because a lot of people here, they're very subtle. And some women that know the game, they'll just plant that seed in your head. For example, when she go out shopping with you, she'll just say, oh, that looks really pretty. Maybe I would like that. Or I need that in my wardrobe and I don't have it yet. But you don't see her buying it or seriously consider buying it, because she wants you to think about it and perhaps be a gentleman and buy it for her. And if you don't, she would not accept your invite to hang out. The next time you call, she pretends to be busy. She's a bit colder than normal, and perhaps she would draw the intimacy, even though you've been intimate this whole entire time. So then that will let you know what the woman is after. Because dating is really brutal out here. A lot of guys ask me, how come I see old foreign men with young local girls? Well, think about it. Why else? Because if a woman is very well versed in the game, she understands what a man needs, especially an older gentleman who hasn't had love in his life for a long time. And he wants intimacy, he wants compliments and the caring of a woman. So she'll give him all that. And in return, what else could a woman want? Especially, like I said, if she's been living in poverty her whole life and this man can give her something that perhaps can be life-changing. A little gift that she cannot even afford, even if she works here for an entire year. So when you trace it down to money, you understand a lot of things. And perhaps if you're okay with giving away this money for a time of a very pretty woman, then it's all okay. But becomes a problem when you are delusional. You think that there's true love and you're just expressing your love by buying a gift for the woman. But in her head, all along, all she wants is that gift, that money, and then she's out the door when everything crumbles. That means you don't have enough money, you lose your job, and you no longer have the money to provide the lifestyle and give her the gifts that she wants. Now let's say you find a woman who is suitable to date long-term and perhaps marry. What do you do in that case? Do you give her everything? Do you move her into your condo and buy her a car and that new bag that she wants? Well, to an extent, you have to give the woman whatever you're willing to lose. However, with all the money in your bank account and all the assets that you hold, the houses, the businesses, etc., you need to create a separate fund for this. What you need is a very knowledgeable and trustworthy lawyer to draft up an agreement, because business sometimes is like relationship and vice versa. When you go into a marriage, you really need to protect all the assets that you spend your entire life, blood, sweat, and tears to build up. And you want to leave with something because you already lost your happiness, your dignity. And the good thing is in Southeast Asia, the rules for a 50-50 split on divorce is not as heavy as it is in the West. But if the woman knows a good lawyer, she can still get the most out of you. This is not to say that you won't find a woman who likes you for you. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, what is true love anyways? Even if a local Vietnamese girl dates a local Vietnamese guy, is that really true love? Or is it because they grew up in the same neighborhood? They speak the same language and she sees something in him, perhaps he'll go to school and have a good job and provide for the family. You really never know what true love is. So you need to protect yourself and your asset and your mind as well. When everything crumbles down and you go through a breakup perhaps, I don't wish that upon anybody, but if that happens to you, you have to be able to keep your peace and protect all the assets that you worked your whole entire life for. Blood, sweat, and tears. The house, the business, the cars, jewelry, painting, or whatever you have, maybe even crypto, you need to protect that in a separate fund. Because when you marry somebody, you love and trust them, but when it breaks up, then you become mortal enemies. Love can be like business. It's like a game, and people are out there trying to get all your money, and then when you're done, they took you to the laundry, they're on to the next, and they're working on the next guy. So it's kind of like a startup business for them, as a friend of mine would say. So to conclude, yes, a woman can fall in love with you, but be very clear when you're out here and know what your motive is. And really try to understand a woman by posing questions, feeling her energy, and seeing what type of person she is through her friends and her family and the way that she acts. Keep yourself safe, have fun. Otherwise, if you're here for something short term, you should be okay. Don't get too drunk or don't be on any substance, things like that, where you lose your mind, and you'll have a good time and being safe out here. Thanks so much, and I'll check you guys out on the next video. Peace. Peace out.